we're bringing animals onto the ark 2 by 2 in Chicago yesterday. Third quarter, Bears down 10-0. But Dan, Justin Fields is not giving up.
Yeah, this play saves the game. Incredible 3rd and 9. Gets outside the pocket and still sees that the 49ers have blown their coverage on the back end, finds Dante Pettis. Without this play, the Bears do not win this football game.
Early in the fourth quarter, it's 3rd and 2, and the man's name is Equanimeous St. Brown.
Beautiful design. 3rd and 2, you're getting man coverage. You bluff block. He seems inside release, gets lost with the coverage, and it's a really good throw by Justin Fields, placement and location.
So they take the lead, and then Trey Lance,
clean it up. They're staring right down the receiver. This is a simple read, inside out. Safety chose the slot. You should come back to your tight end. Bad vision by Trey Lance.
And that would lead to this. Khalil Herbert would take it in from 3 yards out. The Bears turn around a 10-0 deficit. They win it 19-10. Look at the slip and slide celebration from Justin Fields and company. So there's a lot to get to here. But if someone is watching that game and their first reaction is, boy, thank goodness San Francisco didn't get rid of Jimmy G. Is that the right reaction to have?
Yeah, it is. But I also think it's a little early. Like those conditions right there, the kid had no confidence, never played in bad weather before, and it was brutal out there. So I'm not willing to give up on this kid just yet. But I mean, he looked horrendous in this game. Absolutely horrendous. And if you're looking at the two guys, it looked like the Bears got the right guy, and you might have got the wrong guy.
Well, so then that would have been my next one, RC. If I can't get a buyer on the Jimmy G, can I get a buyer on, if you're watching that game, are you thinking, should we have taken the other guy, number 3?
If you're Kyle Shanahan and you watch Justin Fields spin out of the pocket and throw the ball across the field and get the touchdown, then you see him, even in the bad condition, make the great throw to Equanimeous St. Brown, you said, you know what? If we were going to go upside and not go Mac Brown, we actually should have went Mac Jones. We should have went with the kid with more upside that did it in the Big Ten. What you saw yesterday was one quarterback be extremely confident in who he is under worse circumstances than the other guy who wasn't confident. And Greeny, I totally disagree with you.
What?
The one thing I'm not saying today, if I'm a San Francisco 49er fan or if I'm in that locker room, is that I'm glad we have Jimmy G. Because now if I'm Trey Lance, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I got to play right, or I got to do the right things. The guy sitting behind me has not only been to a Super Bowl, but he's been to 2 NFC championships, and he was actually in the NFC championship last year. For someone who's not confident, who hasn't had a lot of reps, I don't believe having that guy in your room helps you.
Danny, give me tape. Show us what Trey Lance needs to work on.
Tighten up and stop playing so hesitant. And I agree that the weather had an impact on the results. It doesn't impact how you get there. His mechanics have to tighten up. This is why we have seen this play 1,000 times. Ball fake to the left, the tight end is going to leak and kind of create a void in the back end of the defense. The length of these mechanics, hitch, the length, that doesn't look like how it's supposed to, and that leads to missed throws. This play, 3rd and 3, bottom of the screen, you got the pick route for Deebo Samuel. Now watch Deebo, wide open. Trey Lance is already deciding to run up into the pocket rather than hang with his hitch. If he just allows that linebacker to flow and just sits in place mechanically sound, he's got the replacement on the angle throw. But he's late because he's so hesitant. Now this is the one that concerns me the most. This is triple option. I'm not fast, but you attack that defender. RC, he makes that pitch with that corner 5-6 yards off, and he like tiptoed into it. He has to tighten up his mechanics. That has been the conversation from the moment he drafted him. Here's the challenge, though, with the pushback to the Jimmy G thing. You can't get rid of poor habits mechanically in season while straining to win football games. You got to break those habits while not the pressure of, we got to win games on Sunday, because you guys know this. When everything is we got to win, you revert to what? Your old habits. And he hasn't broken those mechanical ones just yet.
Look, you want to make excuses/reasons for him. The weather was terrible, and I was laughing even louder. And then Saquon happened.
And then this offensive line happened. How about this? Great job on the left side. Then Saquon. This is one of the bright stories and scenes to see this weekend, his speed downfield.
Rex, how about Saquon Barkley inside the 5?
Oh, my goodness.
Vision?
What? He can run behind his pads and vision?
No!
Really?
Cut it out!
He can do that?
Wow! They
Oh,
missed
my
an extra
goodness.
point, so they're losing 13-6.
No, they
Next
can't
drive,
do that.
Daniel Jones back to throw. RC, Sterling Shepard.
He gets behind the defense. This is a great finish to get into the end zone. Sterling Shepard fought his way back from injury, makes a huge play week 1.
Tied at 13, now down 7. The Giants in the red zone. There's a bad mistake here, Danny, from Daniel Jones.
Yeah, the safety plays high. It's 3rd and 7. Hey, they won the play. Just throw that ball or scramble, throw it out of bounds or scramble. You got 3 points and a chance to pull off the upset. Accountability is an accountability unless you do it. Great job coaching by Brian Daboll.
Brian Daboll coaching it up. Over a minute to go in the fourth. Giants at the 1. That's a touchdown, so it's 20-19. They're going to tie the game up, right? No, they're not. He's going for the 2, and Danny, they get it.
Show me your onions, Brian Daboll. What a beautiful job of being aggressive as a coach. We came here to go get the win. Saquon Barkley make a play.
Bring out the wheelbarrow for Brian Daboll, if you know what I mean. Oh, and then Randy Bullock.
I got you, Greeny.
They needed a 47-yarder from Bullock to go wide for Daboll on the Giants to celebrate. Do that dance, coach. Do that dance. You coach that game that way. You deserve to celebrate. And, Rex, you were making the point earlier today.
Oh, man.
Sometimes the negativity versus the positive. What did you think of Brian Daboll?
No, it was fantastic. The dark cloud over the Giants, which was Joe Judge, is gone. It's all sunny right now. Why? Because you got a guy. Brian Daboll is the exact opposite. I don't care what their backgrounds look like. Both guys coached under Saban. Both guys coached under Belichick. They couldn't be more opposite than they are, and that's exactly what this team needed. By the way, Saquon Barkley, best guy on the field in any game this week. It's so great to see, but the positive energy out of Brian Daboll, it's fun to be a Giant fan.
I mean, if you watch Saquon Barkley and the energy that he played with, you can tell that sometimes sensitivity is good. We had an opportunity to interview him on a pivot, and he said, when I get right, stay on that side. Everybody that changed up on me, stay on that side. But when you watch him yesterday, there were so many opportunities to run out of bounds, so many opportunities to cut back, where he got straight down the field and he punished defenders. He ran more Derrick Henry-like yesterday than Derrick Henry did.
And, Dan, I want you to make the point again. You touched on it briefly in the highlight, but that moment that we've seen of Daboll over on the sideline coaching up Daniel Jones, it's one thing to be yelling and screaming. It's another thing to be coaching on the sideline.
And everyone else is paying attention. You know, you can't, as a coach, say everybody's going to be held accountable for the way that we play or the decisions that we make. And then when Daniel Jones makes a poor decision down there, not treat it like it's something that happened. He's going over there saying, Daniel, we're on the road. We got 3 points. We just got to break on the punt muff. You don't have to force that football. We got a good football team, and our offensive line is playing well. It's phenomenal coaching.
What this week's proves is this: tough nuts don't score a touchdown, right? Ask last year, Timmy Toughnuts. Ask last year's New York Giants and this week's New England Patriots. Don't matter how rough the nuts are, how tough they are. They don't score a touchdown.
Let's not compare the toughness of the nuts. But the point that I'm making is, here's the other thing I like about Daboll. Is before he goes on that drive, he's walking up to his defensive players on the sideline, Rex, and he's saying, hey, guys, are you good with this? I'm going to go for the 2.
Yeah, it's a we thing. The exact opposite of what it was. It was all about the head coach. And it's me, it's me, it's me. What? Number one, you don't have no pelts. What the hell are you doing in that position? I have no idea. But it's a we thing. He got ownership. I've seen him over there with Wink Martindale. Hey, Wink, what do you think, man? We're going to go for it. He's asking the defensive players. Are you kidding me?
By the way, he 100% was going to go for it before anybody signed off on it, right? But he went to those guys to create team, and that's such a great thing for a head coach.
All right, so that is a head coach in his debut getting a nice win. Cue the Bears. How about Eberflus in Chicago in a downpour? I mean, they were bringing animals onto the ark 2 by 2 in Chicago yesterday. Third quarter, Bears down 10-0, but Dan, Justin Fields is not giving up.
Yeah, this play saves the game. Incredible. 3rd and 9, gets outside the pocket and still sees that the 49ers have blown their coverage on the back end, finds Dante Pettis. Without this play, the Bears do not win this football game.